For employee login also, the first 3 lines of code is same. Just copying the code, putting here. So enter username, password, and click login. Okay. See what is the expected behavior for employee login. First, we should know one user to log in as employee. Maybe here, let us take some dummy account. Oh, there are lots of sample data available. Shiva. The wife. I create a new employee. I create some new employee. Maybe with the name, some name, Smith, John. First, I'm creating a new employee. Created. For the employee, I'll create a login account for the employee. I'm creating a login account for the employee. User type is employee. For which employee you are trying to create a login account? Smith, John. For this employee, we are trying to create a login account. The username, Smith. The password, I'm giving QH 123 shift 123. QH 123 shift 123. Q uppercase. Save button. The employee created. Now, I created a employee. Later, I created a login account for the employee. Now, let me log in as employee here. The username is Smith. The password QH 123 shift 123. Login. Done. This is employee module, not admin module. Here, we have creating a function to validate employee login working or not. Login as an employee. Here we have to write a test condition. If, how to decide whether it is employee module or not. Leave. In admin module, I don't have a leave link. Only in the employee module, we have the leave link. So my test condition, if, have a code here. Leave link is displayed. Return true, otherwise return false. I made it to Boolean. So employee login function. Do confirm this. So we have created 2 functions, one for admin login, other one for employee login. It's clear, right? Done. Now, if I want to create individual test cases, what is the first test case you have to create? You tell me now. What is the first test case we have to create? If I are creating individual test cases, what is the very first test case we have to define? Admin login, correct. Now, the admin login test case we have to create. Just a minute. Continue, people are joining. Okay. Previously, I was not created individual test cases. So you know already how to create the independent test cases, admin login test case, employee registration test case, and user creation test case, employee login test case, 4 test cases. We already know how to create independent test cases. Today we are focusing on creating a test suite, that is the batch test. Okay, now let me update the remaining functions also better. Add employee function, employee creation function. Now already I made the code. As it is lengthy code, I'll put here, I'll explain how it works. As I copy the code, I'm importing the required components. Just a minute. Previously, I imported from a wrong package list. That list. Java utils list. This also, after creating a new employee with the arguments first name and last name, it returns a Boolean value. See, let me explain the code. Let me give you a walkthrough on the code. First, I declare 2 variables, expected value and actual value. Then here, let me log in as admin because only admin can create a employee. So the first step, after login as admin, first step, click on PAM, then click on add employee. Click PAM link, later click add employee link. There is these 2 lines of code. Click PAM link, later click add employee link. Then we have to write the code to enter the full name, last name, and click save button. If you consider only mandatory fields, we have to write the code, enter first name, enter last name, and click the save button. Check. This is the statement for entering a first name, to enter the last name, and after entering the last name, system automatically generating some employee number, employee ID. This employee ID we are capturing into some variable expected value. Just a minute. So employee ID generated we made selenium to find the element, get attribute of value, it will return the employee ID displayed here. This we are taking into expected value variable. And click the save button. See, together, this code, this selected portion of the code, first click on PIM, click add employee, enter the first name, last name, capture the employee number auto-generated into some variable expected value. So what is the expected value here? 802. Previously 801 for the Smith. Okay. And click the save button. After clicking the save button, click employee list, this one. Click employee list. It is showing this one, employee list. You have created something right? Smith I have created. Now, maybe it takes some amount of time to display or refresh this page. I made Selenium to wait for 5 seconds. Then I made Selenium to identify the search element. This element. After finding this element, enter the employee name you have created, Smith John. Smith John, and click search button. You please observe here. Enter the first name and last name together, maybe Smith and John, and click search button. After creating an employee, go to employee list, find this element, enter the employee name, first name and last name together, Smith John, and click the search button. Here we are validating the employee created successfully or not. If really this employee created successfully, it should appear in this table because it is showing employee details. So here I made Selenium to identify the table element. Here I made Selenium to identify the table element, this table element. We already know how to handle the tables, web tables. Then read the data present in the table, count the number of rows, and count the number of rows. For loop, we are reading the text displayed on the element into actual value. Actual value. So what is actual value here? 801. Expected value 801. When you create while creating a new employee, we are capturing the employee number generated. The same employee number is getting displayed in the table or not, we are testing. If displayed, yes, employee registered successfully, return true, otherwise return false. Finally, this function creating an employee and checking the employee created successfully displayed in the table or not. If displayed, this function returning a true, otherwise returning false. It is add employee function code. Little lengthy code, you have to study this code. So till this point, understood everyone? Definitely you have to write the code. As per the requirement, you have to write the code. I'm only giving you the concept here. So we have created one more function for adding a new employee. Okay, right. After adding a new employee, so add employee function also done. The next one, pending new user registration. For new user registration, what is the login? After admin login, click admin, later click user management, later click users. Okay, we'll do one thing. Here, I already created a class yesterday users. In this, I have created a function with the name add user. What are the input arguments for add user? Check. You are creating a user account, login account for a particular employee. Employee name one argument, username one argument, password one argument. Confirm password also same password. So 3 arguments are required. Employee name one argument, username other argument, password other argument. Confirm password also same like password. 3 arguments. Now the code. Just a minute. Here already I built the code previously. Definitely you need to practice this code, friends. These kind of logics, you know, how to find the element, how to enter the data, everything you know. We are focusing on the framework concept now. Here. Just a minute. This function also returns a Boolean value. Right here. The first, click admin, click user management, and click users. The first 3 lines of code for this navigation. First click admin, then click user management, later click users. Now this page is appearing. In this page, we have to make Selenium to click the add button. Click the add button. After clicking add button, see, after clicking add button, the user registration page is coming. Now here, enter the employee name, username, password, confirm password. See this code, these 4 lines of code. Enter username, employee name, username, password, confirm password, and wait for some amount of time. Because you know, after entering the password, it will compare the previous password and the current password. Then click the save button. Click the save button. Okay. Supposing I'll create an employee account for some other employee. Richards X demo. The username Richards. Password QH123 shift 123 I'm giving. QH123 shift 123 I'm giving. Save button. Once you click save button, the user registered successfully. But the registered user must appear somewhere in the table, right? The registered user must appear somewhere in the table. So here we type the username. What is the username I have created? Richard. Search button. If it is appearing in the table, the user account created successfully. So that validation it is. After clicking save button, it is going to some other page, right? Where type the username, click the search button. So completely this logic in the table, if the user ID, whatever we have created is displayed, we are reading the data from the table into actual value. We are comparing expected value and actual value. What is expected value? The expected value is nothing but the username. The username is expected value. Whatever the user registered, that must appear in the table. If appeared, the user registered successfully. Finally, this code to add a new user, to register a new user. Okay. Like previously, we create a function to add a new employee. This code to register a new user and check the new user registered successfully or not. So now all the functions are available now. To implement the hybrid framework as per the test cases, let me open the Excel file here. For these 4 test cases, admin login function available, add employee function available, add user registration function we have created, employee login also available. So now for all the test cases available in the Excel sheet, first we have created appropriate library functions. Now you can focus on creating the test case class. Now we can focus on creating the test case class. In this package, rnhrm.test, I'm creating the test case class, say rnhrm test suite. test suite. Now here, as per your requirement, we have to write the code. We have to drive the script. Right. This code I will write, then only you will understand the process. Because previously you know already how to create the functions and all. Hence I copied and pasted the code which is already available, and I have demonstrated. Maybe after the end of this session, I'll upload the entire framework into the drive, and tomorrow, and definitely you need minimum 1 or 2 days of time to implement all this stuff together. You can implement it tomorrow. Right, let me write the code. I will write the code from the scratch for implementing the RNHRM test suite followed by hybrid framework. Before I start my script, till this point, whatever we did is understood, right? Definitely creating the functions, we have to study the code and we have to create the code. Right. The remaining people? Okay. This is our major concentration, how to create the hybrid test, the main test. In this Excel file, we have our test cases. Just a minute. This is the location where that Excel file is available. I copy the part. This is the location where that Excel file available. I'm opening the Excel file. The same Excel file what we are accessing in our script. Now, so what is our requirement? In the modularity framework, whenever you run the suite, every time all test cases are getting executed. But build to build regression testing scenarios will change, meaning build to build the test cases you want to run may be varying. Hence, every time I do not want to run all the test cases. So I need an option. Whatever the test cases I select in the Excel file, only those test cases need to be run on the given modified version. That is my final requirement. So you have to create the code accordingly, right? Here, as of now, we have 4 test cases here. This time I have 4 test cases. The actual application may have 400 test cases, more test cases, what I'm trying to say. So first what I will do, we have to count number of test cases available in the project, in the Excel sheet. So here what I will do, I'm declaring a variable maybe the day before yesterday program, my file name is data file, my variable name. This time I'm giving a meaningful name keyword file, a file that contains all your keywords, keyword file, equal to, you have to give the location of the Excel file. This is the location of that Excel file. In this Excel file, we have all our test cases, RNHRM keywords.xls. Right. Now, I'm declaring another variable to hold the sheet names. You know, we have 2 sheets in this Excel file. First sheet name test cases, the second sheet name test steps. So here, I'm declaring a variable with the name TC sheet, the name of the variable TC sheet. Here I'm giving the name of the sheet, test cases. The variable name is TC sheet. Value is test cases is the sheet name. And I'm declaring another variable to hold the second sheet name, TS sheet, test step sheet, equal to I'm giving the name of the sheet, test steps. Got it? I hope you understood these three variables purpose, right? I hope you understood the purpose of these three variables. One variable to hold the file location, Excel file location. One variable to store the first sheet name. Another variable to store the second sheet name. Right. Now, here, I'm creating a method, test method. Maybe main test or whatever it may be, main test. Or you can give a name, batch test. Whatever it may be, batch test. This I'm going to configure with @test annotation. And here, this extends app utils. So now what happened when I run this? Launch application will run, @test method will run, but as of now, we don't have any code in the @test method. Finally, close application will run. So when I run this, let me run this. This will open Orange HRM application, then close Orange HRM application because there is no code in the test method. Failure. Let me check where is the error. The driver. Okay, right. I was not copied any Gecko driver or Chrome driver into my project location. So here, in this Primus Bank project, we have Gecko driver. I'm copying this file. I'm putting inside Orange HRM hybrid framework. Done. Now let me run this. This will invoke the application and close the application. It invokes Orange HRM application before test. There is no code in the @test method. Finally, close application will run. Done. Okay, now let us focus on creating the code for the test method. This code. Right. So what is the code we have to build here? See, first, I want to count number of test cases in the sheet because this time we have only 4. Tomorrow you may add few more test cases. See, completely dynamically we have to create the code. Don't hard code anything at script level. So what I want to do, I want to count the number of test cases. Nothing but number of rows in the sheet. So here, I'm declaring some variable TC count. Here my variable name TC count, test case count. The TC count equal to, in the Excel utils class, we have a method getRowCount. It needs Excel file path, which is keyword file that contains the Excel file location as per our script. Excel sheet name, I want to count the number of test cases, TC sheet. We are counting the number of test cases available in the Excel sheet into the variable TC count. We need to add the exceptions. I added the exceptions. Then, after counting the number of test cases, maybe 4 available or 40 available, whatever. So you have to create a logic in such a way that go to test case 1, read execute value, this value. Go to first test case, check whether it is selected to execute or not. Whether it is selected to execute or not. So you have to build that logic. In the same way, second test case, third test case, fourth test case. So what I will do, I create a loop here to loop through all the test cases. In I equal to 1, first row we are skipping, 0th row we are skipping. I less than or equal to TC count, I plus plus. Then here. So what to do here? I created a loop here. For this purpose, we have created a loop, 1 to last. If there are 10 available, it will go further because we have not hard coded anything. We are counting the number of test cases dynamically, number of rows dynamically. Accordingly, the loop will go. Now, so here, I'll first take this data into some variable. Test case number I will take into some variable. Go to the first test case, read this test case number into some variable. So here, I create one more variable, say for example, TCID. And here, the TCID equal to, one second. We have to read the data. Excel utils dot get string cell data, keyword file, TC sheet, test case sheet, row number I, column number 0. So we are reading these data into some variable, TCID. We are reading this value into a variable, TCID. Then after reading this test case number, you read this value. Because our code should decide whether this test case is selected to run or not. For that, I need this value. Let us take this value into some variable. Okay. Now, here I'm declaring one more variable, say TC exe flag or something. Some name, whatever it may be. Test case execute flag, yes or no, to store that yes or no value. So here, the TC exe flag equal to the test case execute flag equal to we have to read this value. Excel utils dot get string cell data, the keyword file, test case sheet, row number I, the column number. It's 0, it's 1, and it is 2. The column number 2. So column number 2. We are reading this data. Test case execute flag value. Right. After reading this value, one second. After reading this value, we have to verify whether this value is yes or no, correct? We have to check, our script should verify this value is yes or no. If yes, we have to build the code to filter the steps and execute the step. If no, we have to update the results as blocked, meaning the test case is not selected to run, if no, right? Now here, if TC exe flag equals ignore case, yes. If this value is yes, here we have to write the code to execute corresponding test steps. I'll write it. First, as the else part is a simple part, I'll finish up the else part. It is little lengthy logic. First, I'll finish up the else part, then I concentrate here. If the test case is not selected to execute, not S, supposing this value is no. For example, if this value is no, here I want to update the results as blocked, like this. After updating block, I have to show in the red color. Let us write the code for the same. If this value is no, I have to update the results blocked. That is else part. To write the results, to write something into Excel sheet, we have set cell data, Excel file, keyword file, Excel sheet, TC sheet, the row number I, the column number, this column number. It's 0, 1, 2, and 3. Column number 3. And what is the data you want to write? Blocked. After writing the results as block, I want to show it in red color. The Excel utils, dot, fill red color, the keyword file, test case sheet, row number I, column number 3. Okay, got it? Now, just for your understanding, here I'm just printing the test case ID. Test case ID is selected to execute. So let us test our code, whatever we have created till this point. If a test case is selected to execute, as of now, temporarily, I am printing the test case number selected to execute. If not selected to execute, we are updating the results as blocked. Okay? Right. Now what I will do in this Excel file, the first one and the third one, test case number 1, test case number 3, I selected to execute. 2 test cases are not selected to run. I save the Excel file. Yes. I close the Excel file because my script performing a write operation. Let us run this code till this point. It's done. Let's open the application. The Excel related mechanism is going background, looping and everything. And you please observe the output here. If the test case is selected to execute, as of now, we are just printing test case number 1 selected to execute, test case number 3 also selected to execute. Okay. See the Excel file. But I recommend open the Excel file from outside of the Eclipse. Sometimes it will not properly open. The same Excel file I'm opening outside of the Eclipse. And you do observe here, if S, as of now, only we are printing test case is selected to run. If no, then only we are updating as blocked. Yes. I hope till this point the code is understood, everyone. Now we have to focus on the logic for executing the test cases. Right. Now, actually, this is what I am teaching you. It's a kind of this is how in the real-time project-based approach will go. But in order to create this kind of program, without having the knowledge about what we have learned earlier, TestNG features, Apache Py and Excel utils, and creating classes, creating function, calling them, we cannot develop this kind of code. Whatever we have learned, helping us in implementing this kind of script. Well, now let us focus on this part. It's not required now. If the test case is selected to execute, what to do? What to do? What to do if the test case is selected to execute? What to do? You have to make your script to go to the second sheet. And here, there are all test cases are available. If the test case is selected to execute, we have the test case number here. Based on the test case number, your script should filter corresponding test steps. Your script should filter corresponding test steps. So let us focus on this first. There are many rows here. So what I will do here, I'm adding another variable like test case count, test step count, TS count. Because you know you have to run one more loop for the test procedure, TS count. The TS count equal to Excel utils dot get row count, the keyword file, second sheet name, TS sheet name, TS sheet, second sheet, done. Now, here, already we captured the test case number here. Already we have captured the first test case number. The TC001, already we have taken into some variable TCID. Then we are reading this value. Already test case number available. So, your logic in this entire rows, test step, we have to make our logic to filter the corresponding steps. How to filter the corresponding step based on the test case number? Based on the test case number. So, here I construct one more loop, for loop, for second sheet looping. In j equal to 1, another variable j equal to 1, j less than or equal to TS count, second sheet count, j plus plus. Okay. Then what to do? I read this value into the variable because we are constructing a loop here to go row by row. I'll read this value first, this value into some other variable. So, like TCID, here I'm adding one more variable, TS TCID, test to step related test case ID. The test to step related test case ID, another variable name. So TS TCID equal to here. The TS TCID equal to, we have to read the data. The Excel file is same, sheet name, second sheet, TS sheet, row number J, column number 0. Okay. We are reading this value into some variable. Then the test case 1 selected to execute. We are reading this value. This test case number and this test case number we have to compare. If both are same, yes, we have to make your script to execute the step. So here I'm creating a test condition, if condition, if TS TCID equals ignore case TCID. When both are same, this step have to be run. Okay, here, what is this step? Enter valid username, enter valid password, so lengthy description. For every lengthy test description, already we assign a keyword. in order to execute this step, first what I do, I'll take this keyword into some variable. I'll read the keyword into some variable. Here I declare another variable, keyword. The keyword equal to, I'll read the data. The keyword file, second sheet, TS sheet, row number J and column number. It's 0, it's 1, it is 2, it is 3, it is 4. Column number 4. So we are reading the keyword. Then after reading the keyword, based on the keyword, we have to call the corresponding function from the library package. Based on the keyword, we have to call the corresponding functions from the library classes. There are many keywords here. If I go with if condition, if condition 1, else condition 2, else condition 3, you'll get a complex nested if. So I go with, yes, we can go with, there are many keywords to be compared to call a function. Yes, sir, you answer me. We can go with, rather than writing a complex nested if. I go with, oh, sorry. It is, if it is C#.NET, it is select. It's a little confusing for me all of the time. In C#.NET, we have select. In Java, we have switch case. In Java, it is switch case. Right. That is the major difference between, Selenium with the Python or Selenium with Java or Selenium with C#.NET. Except this, remaining will never change. Okay. Here, it's keyword. Switch based on the keyword. Already we have taken the keyword into some variable. Based on the keyword where we have written this one. Based on the keyword, if keyword equal to admin login, this one, admin login. So what I will do, whatever the keyword I am reading, case, admin login. Admin login. If keyword equal to admin login, what to do? We have to call admin login function. So I create all the objects, not inside the loops, outside of the loops. All objects, whatever required to call the function, I am creating outside of the loops. So what is that login? Here we have created a class login. I'm creating an object for the login. Login from the RNHRM library. L something equal to new login. Then here, if keyword equal to admin login, I'll call admin login function. It needs username and password. Okay. Where we have username and password? Again in the Excel sheet. So these data also we have to take from the Excel sheet. The test data also we have to take from the Excel sheet. So what I will do here, or why to declare here, let me declare all variables at the top. Here, I'm declaring some variable, admin UID, admin PWD, because we have employee ID and employee password also, right? Hence, so here, at this point, admin UID equal to, I read the data from the Excel. Excel it is dot, guesting cell data. The Excel file is keyword file, sheet name, test to step sheet, second sheet, TS sheet, row number J and column number. It's 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Column number 5. we are reading the admin user ID. In the same way, admin password equal to, we are reading the data available in the next column, column number 6. Now, I'm calling this admin login function using this admin user ID and admin password. You know this function returning a Boolean value, correct? This function return a Boolean value. So at the top, I'm declaring another variable of type Boolean res results. Now this function return value I'm storing in the res break. You know every case needs a break statement. The same way we have to implement the second case. Case, what is the second case? Admin logout, admin logout. Another keyword, if keyword equal to admin logout, we need to call the corresponding function. Did we create an admin logout? I hope no. Right. Okay. Case admin logout. We have to call admin logout function. So what I do, just a minute. See, actually admin logout or employee logout procedure is same. Admin logout, employee logout procedure is same. Both should redirect to the same page, login page. So I'm copying this code and in the same login page, I'm adding this function. I'm adding one more function with the name logout. Function name is logout because for both procedure would be the same. Okay, logout code. Now here in the test case, I'll call that logout. Even this is also returning a Boolean value. I'm keeping in res break like this. So here we have to add remaining keywords. We have to add code for remaining keywords. Okay, and again, I'll explain this. First, let me run till this point. Let me run till this point. So what I do today, let's see. Assumption, only one test case is selected to execute. Admin login. I save the file. I'll run this code. Even we are not updating the results as of now. Only just we are calling the functions based on the keyword using the input data present in the same sheet. Later, if res value is true, we have to update results false. If res value is false, we have to update the step results as failed. Once all steps are executed, we have to consolidate and update the test case summary. Still some code is pending. Only one test case we have selected to execute. It's executing. Element is not intractable. There is a issue here. The element is not intractable. Let me do it again. No, if definitely if you get exception that is not related to your script, that is application behavior and our script, we have to check, and we need to definitely address this kind of problems. You focus on, see, in real time, you are not going to write an RNHRM or premise bank. You do not know, first of all, where you are going to join and what kind of project will be given to you. If you have the conceptual clarity, as per your application, we need to build your code. Still my code not able to interact with this element. Here is the issue. We'll see. Done. So that one test case was executed. Let me open the Excel file where we have the scripts. In this Excel file, say test case one executed, still we have some pending code. We have to update the results, pass or fail. If not, we are updating blocked. And in fact, we have to update, we have executed the 2 steps. In fact, we have to update even step results also, right? So if you confirm till this point is clear, for today I conclude, and remember, once again, tomorrow I'll continue this. I know tomorrow is Saturday, but still, I do not want to miss the flow. Tomorrow we conclude this topic. It's okay, right? No, I know if I implement thread or seed, the problem will resolve. Tomorrow we'll do that. And once again, everybody, generally almost every Saturday, I'm not taking a session, but it's okay, right? Tomorrow, if I take maybe maximum half an hour, this portion will be done. Okay, right. We'll continue tomorrow. Ravi, already I told you implicit and explicit way. I mean, anyhow, I will, once this frameworks topic is done, I'll teach you this again. Somewhere we have implemented explicitly wait. Yes, even data-driven, while implementing data-driven testing, we have implemented it. I'll teach you again, don't worry. Thank you. Right, we'll continue tomorrow.